Do 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 do
Do, 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 do.
All right, should we start this episode?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
All right, so I am going to do my best attempt at a British accent to do the intro to this song, which is, I apologise in advance for how much I'm going to butcher.
No, do it. Go for it, buddy.
This
is a bold decision. We haven't run this through us, but yeah, go for it.
I think you should have a go.
How's business this morning? Pretty good. Made about 12, 13 quid. That was without not having any arguments with anyone. That's just pretty straight. If you don't fucking get your head kicked in. And that is the introduction to a song called Doorman by Mr. Tyrone Frampton, better known as Slowthai.
That was a fantastic introduction.
Thank you.
I think it was not a bad impersonation as well of the person on the track.
I can do a pretty good British
Pretty
accent.
good English,
It's
man.
great, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I do it all right.
Do we sound like regular Cockneys, Adam? You
Yeah.
spent a lot of time there.
It's fantastic, guys. Fantastic. Love it.
You can never tell, even by looking at Alan,
Yeah.
if he's being sarcastic, let alone on a recorded medium where you can't see his face.
You'll never know.
But anyway, that intro is from a 1983 documentary about these punk squatters in London.
What is an actual documentary about?
Yeah, I'm not
One
sure.
of the
I'm not sure if it's a full doco. There's like a 5-minute clip on YouTube. It's this doco maker. He's an Australian dude. You can hear it in that first opening line. How's business this morning? Sounds quite Australian, quite Sydney actually. And he's just basically asking them about their life. They're quite enterprising young men and women. They go out on the street and they pose for photos with tourists and make money off that. And in their spare time, they like to drink cheap booze and sniff glue, which he alludes to in the outro in this song, and we'll get to them. But yeah,
You guys ever sniff glue?
can't say I have.
No.
Sniffed a lot of amyl, but glue's
Yeah,
something that
never
I've
sniffed
steered
glue.
clear of.
We should get some glue.
Yeah, well, I mean, we are talking about doing all these episodes zonked out on some kind of substance.
We could have done glue for...
Could have huffed some
Slowthai.
glue for this.
Glue's a bit of a weird one, though.
Do they still sell the glue that gets you high, like fucked up? Yeah, surely.
Probably.
I feel like it'd be harder to get
Well,
nowadays.
it's full of chemicals,
Yeah.
so I'm sure you, even if you're not sniffing, maybe if you're just eating a bit of glue, turn you a little bit weird. I mean, that's worth a try, right?
Can you imagine all
Sure.
those school kids eating their glue, getting super high,
Yeah, pass me that Bic, man. It's looking like a real good one.
not even realizing they're going to grow up to be degenerates?
Yeah.
Well, look.
I ate a
mean,
bit of Bic, actually, those Bic sticks a few times.
You eaten some of them?
In class, yeah. Like, I was playing with it for so much, and eventually you look down and you're kind of like, yeah, I could probably give you a little try, see what you...
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to eat sand in play pits as a kid, which is probably full of worse shit.
It's true. You got to have a bit of that stuff, right, to build up your tolerance?
Yeah, build your immunity.
Immunity?
Yeah, it's what the doc ordered. This is medical advice on rap reviews. Go and eat some sand, kids. So should we get stuck into the song?
Yeah, let's get into the lyrics. Also, before we start, Christopher Cross isn't here today. He's away.
Oh yeah, we should all introduce ourselves. I'm K-Rock.
I'm Ray Dizzle.
I'm Big Al.
Yes, and unfortunately, Christopher Cross is busy doing things other than being in the studio recording this podcast, which I know is hard to believe that, you think that we devote our entire lives to this show, seeing as we haven't released an episode in by the time we get this out, I reckon it'll be about 10 months.
When was the last time
Let's
we
fucking
put up
pick
an
the
episode?
energy up, bros. Once we release this season, we're going to go for, let's say, 30 episodes. Let's be reasonable.
Gonna go for gold, baby. Go for gold.
Maybe one day we'll do a whole year like real podcasters.
Maybe let's not get too ahead of ourselves. That's a bit ambitious. Anyway, I was going to ask if you guys know the song, but you do because I force it down your throats because this is one of my favourite tracks at the minute. And when
salivating.
and when I
Calm
say,
down.
sorry, let me just wipe that off the mic. When I say that at the minute, by the time we actually release this, it'll be.
No, we're getting this out next week. So whatever that is.
We're not going to get this out next week.
No, we are gonna do it.
That's being way too optimistic.
We may be
Anyway, we're recording this in the middle of the year, so hopefully that helps to put some context as to when I've been salivating over the mic for this song.
How long has the album been come out now? It's kind of recent, right? Like maybe 2 months?
I think May 2019.
It seems like a pretty certain number to think May.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it came out around May.
No, sorry, you just
I don't have
May 19th.
I don't have May 19th. That's my birthday. Thanks, man. Thanks for remembering.
Did it come out on your birthday?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Do you remember it coming out on your birthday?
Anyway, verse 1. And obviously you guys know that this song has like, if you removed the actual rapping from it, it would sound like a punk song.
Yeah.
Which I think why he puts this little spiel of the doco in beforehand to give it that like real punk feel.
Also, the film clip's pretty cool. It's got a nice reference to Trainspotting where he swims through the toilet
to get his pack of ciggies.
Yeah, that's it.
Produced by Mura Musa, who's done quite a bit of things. He's collabed with A$AP Rocky. Anyway, let's not get bogged down in the smaller details. Verse 1. Shoot the messenger, string him up. She's a 10 plus 10, not enough.
I think he's saying that she's like, this woman who they're talking about isn't hot enough for him.
Even though she's like a perfect 10.
Yeah, she's 10 plus 10. I like this line. I think it's really cool. Sweet start to a song. But what's his rating scale if it's 10 plus 10?
I think he's just very picky is what he's trying to say. Maybe like her...
But it's beyond perfection, right? It's like a...
But maybe her beauty is not enough to compensate for the horrible human being which she is, which we'll gather from later lyrics.
Oh, so he's not shallow.
He probably is.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
We all are a little bit. Come on, we're all a little bit guilty of that.
No, there's people who aren't shallow. I don't think who are less shallow than others. It's like a scale or something. Because there's some guys that
there's a 0 to 10 scale of shallowness.
Yeah.
Like
you ever see like someone when they're
shallow.
like a real fat, ugly, like that's their boyfriend and girlfriend, and you're just like, fuck, man, like good on you.
Yeah, there's probably something big.
Like they could have the best personality in the world, and I'm just like shallow. But that's why I'm single. I'm alone. So. So there you go. Maybe you just got to lower your standards a little bit.
That's it. And I also like the first line, shoot the messenger, string him up. You know, like the old adage of don't shoot the messenger. Mixed messages, wires crossed, marry me, what you got, too much.
Let me take this. I'm used to Chris being there to jump on some of this stuff.
Who's done like the minimal amount of research beforehand and be like, oh yeah, I think I read about this before. I did a little bit of research before I came to the show, and let me just tell you. Is it like kosher to bag out Chris when he's not here?
I don't know. It's accurate. It's an accurate thing.
Sounds a little sterile sometimes.
I don't know if it's better than me, though. I don't do any research at all, usually.
Yeah.
Even if I'm like supposed to be researching the episode.
Yeah, but sometimes it's nice to ad-lib, and sometimes it's nice to actually have some facts from Chris. I'm feeling his ghostly presence from across the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start to realise how little Alum talks in these things.
It's basically just going to be you and I, Romano.
He was a research assistant in what is it originally?
And yeah, where has that gone? That's fallen by the wayside.
I just can't be bothered.
He doesn't even have a laptop anymore, dude. He
doesn't even have Google Chrome open. Anyway, so mixed messages, wires crossed. Basically, there's poor communication between him and the female that he's referred to as a 10 plus 10, who's still apparently not enough. Toothbrush and socks, parents minted, Mayfair couple dogs. We go on walks, she never talks. I pour my heart out, she laps up my blood.
So he's met this girl, this 10 plus 10. Mm-hmm. He's confused at the start. She's really hot. She's got rich parents.
She's staying at her house, the toothbrush.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I kind of got it more as like he's just kind of describing inanimate objects, which maybe toothbrushes are like a sign of wealth in his eyes. I don't know. I thought most people owned toothbrushes, so...
I don't know. Toothbrushes, like... Wait, he's leaving toothbrushes at her house?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, he's staying over, like...
Yeah, true. And that's a good
relationship from that.
That's a good indication of where your relationship's at. If you've got a toothbrush at your significant other's place.
Yeah.
It's not just like some side hoe. You wouldn't leave a toothbrush at some side hoe's place.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, you guys...
No, I think you're right about that, Alan, though. I think the socks thing...
Uh-huh.
Yeah. then maybe that's what was resulting to the mixed messages, you know?
Well, like you
It's
have.
like, oh, I thought with the level where, you know, you got me a toothbrush and left it for me. Yeah.
Well,
Just misunderstanding.
you leave a pair of pajamas at Darcy. You leave a pair of pajamas at Darcy's house, which is like a good indication of where your relationship is at with Darcy.
Yeah, but that took it probably took about nearly 2 years to get to the.
And
I got to get. I do stay at Alam's house every once in a while. I should get some pajamas.
Maybe a toothbrush, some socks. Mayfair. Do you guys know what Mayfair is?
It's a fancy street. It's the best street, or one of the best streets
It's a suburb.
Yeah, but also in Monopoly.
Yeah, it's the like creme de la creme of Monopoly properties. Right before you go past that go,
yeah, man.
If you land on Mayfair and there's a couple of hotels on there,
you are fucked. That's game over. That's game
done.
over.
Although I've always been more of a buy the cheap shit, build heaps of hotels on there, and just hope for.
Oh no, that's a bad strategy, dude.
No, dude, I'm with that. I'm with Kieran on that one. Seriously, except for you never go the first two. What are they called?
No. You
They're
push
like
that off
shit.
to the side.
Actually, even the first, like, you
That's
want to
dog
start
shit.
from like the second street.
Yeah,
second
street. Yeah.
Second to third streets, where if you can get 2 sets of those, man.
Yeah, you're minted.
Oh man, I won it. You were there. You saw me win last game I played.
Yeah, generally I give up at Monopoly.
Not
because
I
I'm bad, but
bankrupted
because
2
I'm
people.
impatient.
It was exciting, man. That doesn't happen much in Monopoly.
Get them to remortgage their fucking homes.
Yeah, and they're just remortgaging it until everyone gives up. Cunt. It's a bit of Monopoly talk.
I pour my heart out, slaps up my blood. So he's basically just like, showing his emotional vulnerabilities to this girl, and she's exploiting it.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a very good relationship he has here.
Toxic, some might say.
Sorry to hear, Tyrone. Blue lights, double vision, heart races like supercars, 2 drinks, the room's spinning.
He's doing drugs. He's getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Basically, he's feeling impaired.
Yeah.
Zebedee, you're the ace of hearts. I've got a definition for what Zebedee is from our favourite source.
Genius?
The Urban Dictionary.
Oh, of course.
From a very banally named man or woman called Slangman.
Oof.
No fuck us. That's for sure. If anyone's listened to earlier seasons, you'd remember Fuck us and his or Santiago No Nuts.
Oh yeah,
that was a good one.
Who gave us the definition of a bow-legged woman? He was
good memory. Still trapped there, Kieran.
Good man, that No Nuts.
Gives us some good definitions. Anyway, Zebedee, a bizarre character in the 1970s British children's show The Magic Roundabout, who was half man, half coiled spring, and who leapt about everywhere. Widely believed to have represented a cocaine or speed dealer, The Magic Roundabout had many drug references for those of you who haven't seen it. Can't say that I've seen it.
No.
I think I saw like a couple of episodes when I was a kid, but I don't think I ever really like.
And is that
it was a pretty weird show, I think.
It informed who you were.
No.
Do you feel like half man, half coil?
I wish I did. Sounds pretty
it's like
fun.
it's just like one of those shows that they wouldn't bring out nowadays because it's way more subversive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Ren and Stimpy and all those kind of shows.
Like Johnny Bravo and all.
Yeah. Well, I think Johnny Bravo's dated because it's just like straight teaches you how to objectify women. Yeah. He's just a dated character. As much as I love Johnny, he'll always have a soft spot in my heart. But I think I've probably been like slapped at parties and stuff because of Johnny, you know? You probably should keep Johnny away from the kids. Yeah.
But anyway, now in the reference to his lyric, Zebedee, you're the ace of hearts, I took it to mean that he just likes drugs. Yeah. Zebedee's representing crack or cocaine.
But he also talks about being a drug dealer a lot, right?
True. Good. So crack and cocaine, the ace of hearts, they're a strong card.
And maybe
strong suit.
Like this character was like, he never knew when he was a kid watching it that he'd become that stereotype, like a drug dealer.
Yeah, possibly. Anyway, high society, cute kittens, allergies, I don't like you enough.
I don't get this bit, actually. I've listened to this track a fair few times and I don't really understand it. Or maybe like they're the things that they have in common, but it's not going to be enough for him.
I don't think he's from high society. I think he's just trying to work his way into.
Yeah, but what's with the allergy
society.
thing? That's what's throws.
Allergies.
Oh,
I think he might be allergic to cats, and therefore, like, he doesn't like this girl enough to She's a 10 plus 10, but he's also getting mad fucking hay fever and having to pop antihistamines left, right, and centre.
I don't think if you could do it long term if you had a bad allergy. Because cats, man, you don't even know when they strike. They come out of nowhere. Like a dog, you can kind of like my mom's lived with dogs and she's allergic because you can kind of get them away from you.
That'll just maybe roll the cat up in a carpet and throw it off the bridge and throw it into the Thames.
Oof, that's harsh.
I don't know. Probably cats deserve it. Maybe, I don't know. Lucy, I hope you never listen to this episode, or any other cat owners for that matter. I'm not a cat hater, right? I actually do like cats.
You do like cats, yeah.
Just not as much as dogs.
Oh, this is so interesting, this conversation. I like cats. I like dogs, though. So I don't know why I'm doing this British accent.
Blocked me on your private Finsta. Your godmother should come play with us.
Your private what?
Finsta.
Finsta.
I think Finsta is just code for Insta.
Okay.
And a private Finsta is like probably one that you only have with a certain number of friends, like your close friends.
Oh,
It's not well curated. You show a bunch of like weird fucking things that you wouldn't want the general public to see.
What? Is that a thing?
Yeah, people have that. I don't get why. I mean, you can just put your Instagram on private.
No, but because some people like to have like a nice, real curated, well thought out Instagram that really like represents their image, whereas then they can have a private one which shows just their odd eccentricities. Do you guys have private Instas?
No, but I was looking at my old Facebook the other day and I was seeing like there's a couple of photos of me smoking like a triple chamber bong, and it's like, allegedly, because you can't prove. I got a gas mask on my face as well. But I'm like, do I delete this? Like, should I get rid of this? I might just make it private.
Well, that allegedly has just become confirmed by you saying this on record.
That's true, but
But that would be a prime example of a photo that you should put on your private Finsta.
See, exactly, when someone listens to this in a week's time, it won't be there. Boom, because I will probably do it in at least a week.
So he's real good friends with this girl, real tight. They're private Finsta buddies, and she's just gone ahead and blocked him, which is pretty fucking callous, pretty cold.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
I really don't get the line. Your godmother should come play with us.
Oof, yeah.
Maybe he's trying to say,
I know. Come play with us.
Fairy godmother.
I think he's trying to say, I know the kind of shit you get up to, and you're not like in this like high society. You're expected to behave in a certain way, and your private Finsta shows otherwise. Maybe she should like get a glimpse into your private life.
Oh, I think you cracked it, bro. That sounds legit.
Maybe.
Also, I never realized like cracking the lyrics down. This is just him just whinging about one relationship with one girl.
Basically,
dude.
Yeah,
I got so much in common with this guy, bro. Do you want to be friends, Slowthai? If you're hearing this, do you reckon Slowthai would listen to this show? Do you think Slowthai likes this show?
Mate, he'd probably be turning off as soon as I did that awful British accent at the start.
Yeah. He seems like a pretty chill dude, though.
Yeah. Well, Slowthai, if you made it this far, man, I'd love to hang out. I'm sure we have a lot in common. Yeah. How old is Slowthai?
He's only like 23, 24.
Yeah, younger than us.
He's a
real young dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we go into the chorus, which is nicotine, can't quit it. We can all relate to that.
Yeah.
Two's up, two's down. You stub it out before I finish on my arm, and I scream out, wow. Nicotine, can't quit it. Two's up. Two's down. Let's stop there before we start violating some copyright.
So he's
we might have already done it.
Addicted to nicotine.
Yep.
No, but someone's put out a bud on his arm.
I think it might be this girl.
This chick, yeah. And he's like, what the fuck?
Not only has she put the cigarette out on his arm, which would be exceptionally painful, she's also done it before he's had the chance to finish cigarettes. And I don't know what ciggy prices are like in the UK, but if they're anything like Australia, that is money wasted.
Yeah, you got to have some serious cash to be a smoker these days.
Money.
Pretty expensive.
But two's up, two's down. What do we reckon that means?
Two's up is like fuck you. I don't know what two's down means.
ASAP, A-Town. Peace up, A-Town.
Valid. There's another couple of annotations here on Genius.
Well, was Usher mentioned though?
Usher is not mentioned.
Peace up, A-Town, the same thing.
Usher is not mentioned.
Who invented it? Was it Usher?
I don't know.
He invented Justin Bieber. I'm sure he invented Two's Up. 2 down. Why are you staring at me like that, dude? I'm asking you about Usher.
I don't know the
Answer my
slightest.
fucking Usher questions,
I don't know
dude.
the slightest. Can we bring an Usher expert onto the show? Hang on, wait. I think I got a contact. Let me see. Oh no, wait. I deleted the number. Anyway, moving on. 2's up, 2's down. There's like a literal meaning that it could be like, you know, when you have a cigarette in your hands, you got 2 fingers around it. So 2's up, and then you ash it. 2's down.
Yeah.
But there's also a Yorkshire phrase meaning 2's up means to save some of. Like if you have a cigarette and I say to you 2's up, Romano, I'm saying to you, save me some dart.
Cigarette.
Oh, when you choose a cigarette, it's like when you
like jump on like to
you halve the cigarette.
Yeah. Oh, but then what's the down part?
Who knows? That's just probably.
So maybe the first one makes more sense. You know, just you light it up and then butter it out.
Maybe it's meant to be.
I'm doing these hand motions and I'm realizing that
it's not gonna.
It's the Italian in
bad.
you.
Yeah.
The excessive hand movement.
I need to move my hands just so you know what I'm doing. Sorry about that racial stereotype.
Well, I mean, you can because it's your own people.
I know, I'm only a quarter though, so but my name's very Italian, so I feel like
Romano Luigi Coluzzi.
Yeah, so I'm allowed to make fun of the wops. I can say wops and wogs.
Quite Italian.
Grease monkeys, man. Grease monkey too. What else we got?
Eye ties.
Eye ties, yeah. What else? Well, that's not even
Dagos.
Dago. Where'd you go?
Where does Dago come from?
I don't know, man. That one was the one actually when I was a kid when people would call me a Dago, I'd get offended just because I didn't know what it was. I was like, what? Fuck this guy, dude.
Dago.
And then we go into verse 2. Doorman, let me in the door. Spent all my money, you ain't getting no more wages.
Short, sir.
Sir, are you sure? So what do we think this means,
So he wants to
kids?
go into this club or bar or something, and the guy's asking him for money to let him in.
And he's actually maybe because he's with this girl still.
And he's still with the girl.
So like she's
I keep
taking
forgetting about the girl.
Yeah, dude. It helps with the song, I think.
Yeah.
But she's probably taking him to a really fancy place that he can't afford.
Yeah.
This girl has essentially bankrupted him.
Yeah, what a cunt, man. Dude.
Also,
I relate to this guy in some ways.
Doing a bit
A
of
lot.
research behind this song and finding out where the inspiration came from, I can get you the exact quote that he said. He said, I was at some yard in Chelsea after a night out and I saw a £4.5 million painting hanging on the wall and it made me sick. So I feel like he's seeing this high society and seeing like there's a metaphorical, maybe literal doorman who's there being like, you'll never be welcome here. You're from a council estate. You're never going to be welcomed in rich society.
Yeah,
So
actually,
a bit of despondency.
that just makes the whole song
so much.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
It's class fucking warfare, man.
Yeah,
I can
dude.
empathize with that.
This song's so... it's a good one. I like it. I like these lyrics. Like, I would have initially said I would have written him off and said he's not the greatest rapper, but he's got really good like style and flow. But maybe his lyrics are also pretty tight as well.
Yeah, it's simple, but like you delve a little deeper and it's like, oh, okay.
Plus, be honest with you though, like I said, Slowthai, love to hang out with you. But the silver tooth thing...
Yeah, it makes him look like a bit of a crack at A.
Yeah, it's a bit scary.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what he's going for. He's a
Like,
drug
he can get
dealer,
away with it 'cause
former
he's a
drug
rapper,
dealer.
like-
Have you guys seen like interviews of him like talking and stuff?
He's very like ADHD.
Yeah,
Got a lot of energy.
I feel like for like 5 minutes he sounds like an idiot, and then like all of a sudden he'll come out with something like quite clever, and you're like, oh, he's quite smart.
Yeah, he's like sophisticated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because of where he grew up, though. Yeah.
No, but he does say a lot of stupid shit as well.
Dude, I hope you're not listening to Slowthai. You know what? We all make mistakes.
I mean,
We all say stupid stuff.
98% of what I say is fucking stupid. So
That's not
I'm not
true.
gonna, I'm not
Don't
going
beat
to judge
yourself up
it.
like
All right,
that, bro.
maybe 97%.
Dude.
95%?
Nah, man. I'd say like
80.
you're probably one of the most straight dudes I know. Actually, like
That's nice.
that's
nice
a
of you to say.
compliment. Yeah.
I'll take that.
You don't really beat around the bush too much.
Sometimes
Yeah.
when I need to.
Beat around that
But
bush. You
not
know what I
like-
mean? Yeah. Smashing some box, bro.
And that's my cue to move on with the lyrics. In short, I'm not.
See, that's that Johnny Bravo, dude. You still get me. I've haven't watched an episode in 15, 20 years, man, but it's still making me just some sexual predator, man.
Does it also?
Do you reckon I can sue like Johnny Bravo, the studio that made it, and say because they made me a sexual predator?
You made me a predator.
You could always try.
Maybe like some of these people who are being called out in the Me Too movement could use that as some sort of defense. See how
I'd
see
love
how
to throw myself.
That
into
is true. Johnny Bravo created a generation of sexual predators.
What about Kevin Spacey?
Ooh.
That's just a whole.
Don't want to go there. Don't wanna go
Harvey
there.
Yeah, that's not something I want to get into tonight. I think Johnny Bravo is like
Yeah.
innocent enough to
Okay,
maybe
yeah.
not innocent enough, but like
fair.
cartoon enough.
Let's not do the Me Too movement. So we're not ready for it. Maybe we never will be.
maybe by like
Maybe get at
season
least
7.
one girl in the conversation if we start making fun of it.
True. In short, I'm not a mop you can drag across the floor.
So don't use him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also I think he's like, if you see the video clip, he gets dragged out of the club and I think he's just trying to literally say, I'm not some fucking mop. You can't clean the floor with me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Inside Shell Shock, she's standing with the guy. Guy's your man. Stare him out real polite.
So yeah, she's talking to some guy the whole night.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so. And I think he's trying to rally his buddies to stare down this guy. It's a good old-fashioned stare down. Draw your eyes. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
No please, no thanks. Want a drink, I'm all right. Beer goggles on, pull the wool, now I'm blind.
Hey, he's gotten fucked up to try to deal with the embarrassment and the jealousy. Pretty relatable stuff.
Yeah,
right?
pulling the ball. He's blacked out drunk now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it in a nutshell. Clear as day, I can see you make me melt. Sun ice cream. Oh, the poor guy.
So she's like his kryptonite.
And he is melting like a fresh soft serve in the warm January sun. Or I guess if we're looking at Britain, it would be the warm June/July
I
sun.
wouldn't say warm.
Okay, well,
Maybe
warm,
this year actually there's a heat wave. So.
warm for them.
Ooh.
All right, maybe
Topical.
maybe if you're standing at the bottom of the tube where it's like 40
We get it, guys. We get it. But yeah, he's just, you know what's, he's just trying to find love as well, man. He just can't do it in this world.
I'm sure Slowthai, having released one of the greatest albums of 2019, is maybe he's not able to find love. Maybe it's all just like
Dude,
one-night
Keanu
things
Reeves is
and-
still single, man.
Yeah, that's beyond me.
Because the pool gets smaller. You release that, and he's already been used by people. Now, how would he feel? You know? Like, when I say I want to be friends with him, he probably hears that and goes, oh, this guy just wants to use me because I'm a... But, like, no, I just want to rock out with you, dude. Like, I relate to this song a lot, especially recently. Like, it's like, dude, like, I feel like we could probably, like, hug a bit and it would, like, it'd make us feel better. You know, we could, like, look each other in the eyes and just understand each other.
It would be like a mutual counselling for the two of you.
Yeah, dude.
Nut out your feelings, put them on the table.
And then we just, like, periodically hang out for the rest of our lives, dude.
And talk about all the shitty 10s that you're going out with.
Well,
10
I won't
plus
be talking about the
10s.
10 plus 10.
What will you be talking about? The 3+3s?
Oh, put podcast pussy, dude.
Podcast.
Podcast.
I tell you.
Oh, man, just
have to fend them off with a rake.
Yeah, dude. Chicks like, wait, you're in a podcast?
You must be so rich.
With hundreds of listeners? Fuck, dude, I'm gonna suck your dick.
We have listeners from Libya, so
Really? That's true. Do they still listen though? I haven't checked the numbers in a long time. Have you guys?
no, neither have I.
No, I kind of given up on that.
We might have blown up.
Who knows? Gone viral.
I haven't seen or heard of any of this. So.
By the way, like, is this the episode over?
No. There's still more analysing to do.
Oh, cool. But by the way, while I'm on it, like, whoever gave us a 1 star is probably not listening this far into the episode.
Someone gave us a 1 star.
Yeah, we've been pretty have a good 1 star, well, like starage on the old podcast, but some piece of shit, dude.
Really?
Nah, it's okay. I think it still helps in some ways because people are like, you know.
It's not just all bots or friends giving 5 stars.
Yeah, we haven't done that. That's no way in hell do we get our friends to give us 5-star ratings.
Don't be ridiculous.
We don't really have any friends. What are we gonna do?
It's all.
I got friends, bro, but not enough to commit to listening to an episode.
It's all the podcast pussy that's giving us 5 stars because they all want a piece of rap reviews.
Yeah, no, dude. I recently had to shut someone down because I was like, nah, man, I'm going to go out there and get that podcast pussy. Yeah.
I can't believe we got 1 star. Anyway, we're not going to dwell on it, and I want to call this dude out, but that seems really desperate. But fuck you, whoever you are.
Oh, fuck that cunt. And if anyone else wants to give us a 1 star, like, at least listen to all of the episodes that are currently out.
Yeah, exactly. It was
write it down, like write a written part so we can understand why you hate it.
Oh, he just gave a 1 star.
Just a clean
without...
1 star, nothing. Like,
nah, that doesn't count.
Cunt, right?
eyes.
Like,
yeah.
this shit, we make it sound easy to do, but this isn't easy to do, this show.
But yeah, back up your 1 star with some fucking reasoning. If you're going to give 5 stars, you don't have to give any reason. That's fine. Whatever.
Do you know how hard it is to get together with the boys once a week?
Have a couple of beers, record, and then get someone else to edit it and take months to do it. Do you know how fucking hard that is? How much shit that comes out of my day?
You're giving us absolutely nothing here, man. That's really sad. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
We're not being bitter about it. We thank you for your honest feedback, and we expect some more 5-star reviews. You smooth like felt, soft to the touch. You wear repellent, smell your scent from up above. His olfactory senses are gone wild to a smell.
I have no clue what is going on.
Yeah, neither do I. I kind of like fell out of words.
I think he just...
I was looking at Alum falling out and it threw me off.
He's just talking about his senses and what he feels with this girl. Like, she's soft like felt. She smells fucking good. Basically what I get from that.
Yeah, the little
idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
You ever
admire about someone.
You ever like, I don't know, had a girlfriend or like a good friend and they've got a particular scent and you can smell that from a mile away. Alum has that scent. Alum, you always smell good.
That's true. Alum does. The alum does smell good.
Oh, thanks, guys.
I say that in a semi-straight way.
I appreciate it.
Angel getting carried out the club.
No, I want to ask you more about this smell stuff because people have said that to me. Like, oh, you smell like a...
No, smell whole...
Like, not like you smell like you stank. Like, my mummy said that to me. You stinky boy. Go
have a
shower.
Smell has strong connections with memory. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, like
I'm no neuroscientist, but I know that smells can trigger memories quite easily.
Like sound, right? As well. They're two of the quickest.
Yeah, possible. I don't know.
I feel like nostalgia, like smell and... Or maybe smell first and then sound. Like songs.
Yeah.
Activate, like have a quicker... You know, they use it on Alzheimer's patients where they play them. They're all like favorite songs.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So boo, 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 and they're like, oh, I love this song. I used to go swing, and they'll just tell them a story about how they used to go down to the dance hall and
they'll actually remember things.
Yeah, activate like memories that they
cool.
haven't had for years.
So like in 60 years' time, I'll be listening to Doorman, and I'll be thinking about this time that,
and it'd just be like, I recorded a podcast, and they're like, what? I recorded a podcast. It's like, that doesn't make any sense.
They'll be like, Granddad, what's a podcast?
It was kind of like the radio.
What's the radio?
It's kind of like Howard Stern.
Who's Howard Stern?
Oh, fuck. Do you reckon these kids will now? The kids will... It's going to stick around, man, because like radio... Podcast, bro, we're taking out radio, man. We're taking these guns out slowly but surely.
So podcasts killed the radio star. Who's going to kill the podcast not-so-stars being us?
Like, I was telling you about telepathy the other day.
Yeah, so we don't actually have to talk to one
straight
another.
To the brain, bruh. Just plug it in.
Cool. That sounds like fun.
It also sounds incredibly dangerous. I don't want anyone in my subconscious.
Why not? Bit of radio, bit of ads in your brain.
Yeah.
Can't escape it.
Yeah.
I'm getting scared now.
That is a real bleak dystopian future.
Yeah, that is full on dystopia.
Well, we're getting recorded by everything right now. Like we're recording ourselves for a podcast, but these phones, man.
Yeah, our phones are listening to us right now.
Illuminati, man.
Man, but at the same time, like this isn't new. And what's the worst they're gonna do? Do they care about what we say? Like, what am I gonna say?
Yeah, they do, because we alluded to sniffing glue, and soon enough, Australia's gonna get a social credit program like China. We all hail our Chinese overlords, by the way, and we're gonna be like ranked real fucking low because of our propensity to want to sniff glue. Or I openly admitted that I like amyl. You openly admitted smoking out of a 3-chamber bong. You openly admitted, I don't know what you openly admitted, but I'm sure there's something.
Nothing at all.
Anyway, we got way off track there.
Fucking government, bro. No, let's go. Let's get into it.
Angel getting carried out the club for slapping Harry. Harry's just a mug. Harry is a fucking mug. I don't know many Harrys, but they sound like mugs.
You know, most Harrys I do have met... Actually, no, I can't say that. I know a couple of good Harrys.
Yeah, actually, that's the same as me. What am I talking about?
Maybe like 50% of Harrys are fuckfaces. Would that be a fair assumption?
Yeah, probably. Half the population.
It's not a
of
very
Harrys.
common name here, is it?
Harry?
Yeah.
You get Harrys. You get them around.
All the Harrys out there are going to give us a 1-star review with absolutely no reasoning behind it now.
Well, at least write it down and say it's because my name's Harry and I felt offended by what you said. Like, so then we know to not talk about shit about it.
There was an annotation on Genius which I'm not sure I agree with. I mean, it could be true, but they were like, a nice pun on Prince Harry. Harry's a member of the British royal family, a family whose faces, mugs, notoriously adorn tacky souvenir mugs.
To be fair, when I listened to the song, I did always think he was referring to Prince Harry, but I couldn't understand why.
I think I back that. That's a good meaning.
I guess also like a lot of his lyrics are quite politically charged.
Yeah, he bags on the royal family a lot.
And Theresa May. He really doesn't like Theresa May.
No, I don't think many people did.
But mug is also a disparaging term for people who are fuckwits.
Yeah, fuckwit. Well, you can use mug in Australia. I don't know about America and such. If that would
I think in America it's like an old gangster term, right?
Yeah,
I've heard like in like when they're playing like 20s, 30s.
Whereas here, I feel like you can still say like, oh, he's a fucking mug, and you know people.
Yeah.
You gotta just throw the fucking cunt.
It is a little bit. I'm not going to say dated. Just it's from a bygone era.
Yeah.
Mug. You'd say like fuckwit or gronk these days. Fucking love the term gronk.
So you know, like faded away, like bugger that.
Bugger that.
Yeah.
Because it seems so like innocuous these days. When
Doesn't it mean rape though? Bugger. Like, isn't that like an expression for rape? Which I never understood how that would be like bugger off. Yeah, I think so. Right?
I have no idea what that.
When I hear the term bugger off, I think of some like middle-aged man and his stubbies, hosing down his concrete path on a Saturday morning. Actually, no, this is just a Greek man in Marrickville. No, never mind. I'm getting
You're mixing your stereotypes up too.
Sorry to all the Greek men out there hosing down. We got water restrictions though, so don't be doing it. Anyway, I'm stood outside waiting. Where you gone? Cubicle lines catch a cold. Jack Frost.
Jack Frost is Santa's
personification of frost, ice, snow, sleet, winter, and freezing cold, according to Big Man Twisty.
Big Man Twisty.
He's a variant of Old Man Winter, who is held responsible for frosty weather, nipping the fingers and toes in such weather, collaring the foliage in autumn and leaving fern-like patterns on cold windows in winter.
So he's like a physical embodiment of just the cold.
Yeah.
Like he's a character.
So he's waiting for this chick outside and he's just like freezing.
Yeah.
Dude, he's having the shittest time right now.
Yeah,
she's talking to some fucking random cunt inside. He's gotten kicked out.
His buddy Harry's
just gotten slapped.
Or is Angel getting carried out the club? Is that him, or do you think it's maybe his girlfriend?
Maybe like Angel. No, I was gonna say like how they've got both arms. You know, kind of like a Christ position, kind of getting like levitated out.
I think that's how it is, because when you watch the video clip at around the time of these lyrics, there's a beer bottle that's smashed over the ball bouncer's head, and he's getting thrown out, and then at the end he's getting beaten in the alley, Jack Frost style. Don't know if Jack Frost is violent. I don't know if I'm just trying to throw that into.
I think he was a character in Santa Claus 3 or Claus 3 or 4, and he's a bad guy in that.
Good series.
If that's no. Have you guys seen it? You guys never seen Claus? Like
I can't imagine
Claus 1, 2, or 3 or 4 with Tim Allen.
No, just by the name, I would not have.
The first one's like it's an okay movie. If you watched it in the 90s or the 80s when it came out, you would have probably been like, that's a fun movie. Yeah. Fourth one is a bit of a cash grab. Not good. I don't know why I watched.
Like most fourth movies in a series.
Yeah. Yeah, no, John Wick 4 is going to be the first one that really breaks it.
Do you reckon?
I don't know. I don't even really like John Wick 3 that much, to be honest.
Come on, man. He killed half of Morocco. Wasn't that fun to watch?
That was fun. I liked watching him kill half of Morocco.
Anyway, that's the end of the song. Oh, hang on, wait. We got the outro, and I can do my shitty British accent again. Actually, no, this is an Australian accent, so I can just talk normally. Just about any
No, it's going to be
type-
more old-timey, though.
Just about any type of drug is in, but glue sniffing ranks equal number 1 with cheap booze. Hello. Cyril is a glue man, and his outlook on life is invariably through a plastic bag. Even on the street, he has something up his sleeve to make work more tolerable. Cue British accent. The only thing that no one takes is heroin, you know. If they do, we kick them out. That's the thing. That's the thing that is really, really bad for you. Most people take things in moderation, you know. End of the song.
Dude, that was a good little performance, I think.
Thank you.
One take, 2 characters, 2 different voices.
Thank you. I had to like differentiate between the British and Australian parts, but
No, that was good.
and I was watching this video, like the 5-minute clip that's on YouTube before I came here, and you see this footage of this bloke Cyril who's on the street like hustling to get photos with tourists for money, and he's got his sleeve and he's got his little plastic, because apparently that's how you do sniff glue, through a plastic bag for some reason. I don't know, maybe it like
Keeps it
concentrates the vapors.
Absolutely.
But he like pulls his little sleeve up to his nose, which I'm replicating on the mic, which again no one's going to be able to see, but gives himself a little huff dinger
Nice.
to get him through the day.
That's pretty cool how you can do it on the go like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
They use the plastic bag because they breathe in and out, so they keep breathing in.
Oh, and they're
just
like
the glue.
dehydrating themselves in the meantime.
Yeah.
Also kind of like Nangs as well. You did that with Nangs, can't you?
Yeah.
With the balloon.
Yeah. That's the song, guys.
Also, Cyril is a glue man is like one of my favorite bit of the whole song.
Cyril is a glue man.
What's the numbers the BPM's going to throw at these bad boys? Bad boy.
You kick us off, Ray Diz.
I know. I already thought that the track did not sound like, stupid music journalist or anything, but it already had a really cool like tempo, momentum, style. But I think the lyrics like have a lot more, double meanings than I anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty deep, cool song actually, and I'd say 478 BPMs.
Oh, nice.
It's a tight track.
Yeah, real tight track.
It even pulls off having those like weird kind of interviews at the start and the end of the song. Yeah,
for sure.
which isn't easy to do. Whoever produced it, good work.
Mura Musa.
Oh, Musa.
Musa. Alarm?
Give it 490.
No, nice.
Yeah, I like the song. It's cool. It's got a cool vibe. It's probably the album in general is very good, I think, but this is like probably one of the highlight tracks of the album for me. So yeah,
For sure. The whole album is really good.
it is.
It's tight and it's not long. It's not short as well. It's quite.
Going into this song before analysing it, I would have thought about 320 based on lyrics alone, because it didn't seem that deep to me. He was just kind of throwing out a bunch of objects and piecing together a bit of a story. But now that we've annotated it a bit more, it does make a lot more sense, and he references back to a lot of things. And yeah, I think he's thought this one well through, and it really strikes a chord with me, about the warfare that not to say that I am from such a lower socioeconomic bracket as
No, you literally work for the government right now as well.
as Tyrone, but I can appreciate the struggles of being looked down upon by high society.
It's hard being a middle class.
It is hard being fucking middle class.
Irish guy in Perth, growing up in Perth.
Hey, I'm from a working class background, my friend.
Yeah.
Don't you deny that?
All the
Don't
Irish
take that away from
all
me.
the Irish aren't they?
Mate, potato farmer through and through. So I'm going to give lyrics alone 430, but song itself, this is probably my favourite track of 2019 thus far.
Big
That's
cool,
big cool, yeah.
But it is a tight track.
Yeah.
I have listened to this song so many times, like just the way he raps over the punk beat, and just how rugged and raw and
Dude, you're salivating again. You get like juicy, wet.
I'm not just salivating. There is blood rushing to a particular part of my body right now.
You're talking about your cock, aren't you?
Maybe. How'd you know? Is it obvious? Anyway, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Rap Reviews. We hope you go out and listen to some Slowthai. Thanks to Radio Hub for having us back here, and hopefully we can be a bit more consistent with our podcast releasing.
And if you guys are fans out there and you haven't reviewed, give us a review.
Give us 1 star.
Or like us on Facebook, doing all this bullshit.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Yeah, force it down them.
Or maybe if you've got any suggestions for how we can expand, we're pretty fucking clueless.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Tell us how to get more listeners.
We'll whore ourselves out.
Yeah. Maybe we start a fight with someone like Slowthai.
Nah, I feel like he'd be a pretty fluent brawler and he'd have a pretty good posse to bracket.
No. Win or lose, it doesn't matter because then we'll be in teams.
We should just fight Ja Rule.
Fight Ja Rule, but yeah, he's kind of faded though, isn't he?
Yeah. But no, he's still popular. But I don't think he's got the...
Was that real, the whole 50 Cent buying out half of his stadium?
Oh, I don't know about that, eh?
Yeah.
Wasn't 50 Cent broke?
No, he's pleaded bankruptcy, but he's not broke. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Like Donald Trump's gone bankrupt before for some of his businesses, but yeah, no. He's doing all right. He actually got a bit of trouble because he posted a photo on Instagram with like rolls of cash. 50. What are you doing?
The ATO's all over that, or whatever IRS.
Isn't the smartest tool in the shed.
Oh, don't talk shit about 50, man. We can't start that fight.
Let's stop before we start disparaging too many rappers. Bye.
Bye.